Do you guys remember this lady? Well, I'm trying not to laugh. This is her now.
It's been happening frequently at the 333 Miami Avenue Federal Court building. Janet Correa's husband was detained this week. According to her immigration lawyer, he has already been placed on expedite removal.
Deported por Donald Trump. Donald Trump deport. You heard that right, guys. Janet Correa, the famous Trump singing lady, has had her husband detained by ICE. And not only that, but he got put on expedited removal. They want him out of the US. They don't want him. But of course, we've been telling them this all along. They don't want you, bro. Also, do you remember the time I went viral because I told people to call ICE on Latinos for Trump and the family members of Latinos for Trump? It looks like it's happening, and I couldn't be happier. You reap what you sow, and I stand by what I say. But anyways, play silly games, get silly prizes. Let me know what you guys think.
I will vote for Donald Trump. Even though he keep deporting y'all. I will vote for Donald Trump. He been snatching all y'all kids from y'all. I will vote for Donald Trump. He got white people kidnapping y'all. Ay, 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 por Dios. Ay, por Dios. Yo voy a votar por Donald Trump.
Laura Garcia said she and her husband arrived from Cuba 4 days ago and are seeking asylum. He went into the immigration office, but after several hours, there was no sign of him.
He just came in and snatched her.
This man said his wife from Venezuela was taken into custody during a raid in the Miami neighborhood of Brownsville over the weekend, and that 2 construction workers were also rounded up.
I like Donald Trump. I think so he's doing wrong. Because you know, fix the problem, just isolate the people.
Beyond betrayal. They used us.
In this video, we take a look at the story of this family, this Latina family, who have been detained by ICE. Now, this woman and her husband composed the famous song Latinos for Trump. And quite recently, the husband has been detained by ICE and is soon to be deported. And this is a video of her wife going to visit her husband over there. So definitely her husband is going to be detained by ICE, and this will leave this woman in a very distressed situation. Now, black people warned Latinos during the election or before the election, but they did not hit to this advice, and it is happening this way. Sometimes it's quite a bit of misfeeling when people shoot themselves in the foot or cut their nose to spite their face. So a lot of people have reacted to this story. So let's watch the reactions of some Americans to this particular story. Then we'll come back here and discuss further about it. But before we watch the reactions, if you haven't yet liked this video, kindly like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Let's watch the videos together.
Morning, guys. Happy Friday. Listen, you guys remember this song? I know you do because I've been really going in on it. I will vote for Donald Trump. Okay, remember that? Well, remember the couple that made the song? Remember them? Remember the Latino woman in the red hat, in the red shirt and the blue jeans and the blonde, and she on the stage. I mean, she rocking it. And her husband is playing the is it the congos or something beside her. Well, she has a different look on her face today. Yep. Her turn. It seems that her husband was picked up by ICE, and they had a picture of her that looks quite differently. Yes, I'm sorry to say. It's not a smile anymore, and she's not grooving. You know, she's not she's not doing any of that. She's crying, and she's speaking her native language, so I don't know what the hell she was saying, but she was very upset. Her hubby was picked up, but not only was the hubby picked up, the hubby was put on the expedite list. He was put on the expedite, like, get him up out of here now. Yes, ma'am. Happy Friday. The people that originated the song, the people that made the song, he ain't even got no mercy for them. Oh, you want to talk about repercussions? You want to talk about karma? I bet the last thing she got on her mind now, well, no, it's got to be the first, because I know every time she look up somebody playing that video, every time you look up somebody's playing a clip of her and her husband jamming to "I Will Vote for Donald Trump." Yeah. I will vote for Donald Trump. And that got your ass kicked up out the United States. Happy now? I told y'all, karma is not playing with these people. Y'all played an integral role in gathering people to go vote for him. And now you're suffering the consequences. And the consequences are high. You latched your wagon to the wrong mule. And now that mule has turned around and kicked your front foes in. They never stop showing their appreciation to people who put them in that office. The Republicans never stop showing how much they really appreciate your votes and all the work you did to get the Republican Party in office. All that work you did, all those shows you did, you wrote that song, you composed it, y'all jammed to it, you put it out, you went and played it everywhere you could, and now he done slapped the lyrics out your mouth. I don't know how y'all keep doing it. But you keep doing it. So anyway, it's a good Friday. I hope y'all got a good laugh as I did. So now go through the whole day singing, "I will vote for Donald Trump." Somebody got to pick up the slack because they're getting rid of the originals. Woo! Hey, Sweetness. What was her name? Jessica, Jennifer, somebody. Hey, is it great again yet? Asking for a free.
Brianna, Aaron, Carla, and Joe.
Hello, everybody. Mayor Mesqua, you have failed, not only yourself, but us. You stayed silent while our people are targeted. You've been absent while we lived in fear, and we're done pretending your silence is anything but a betrayal. Too many of our neighbors are praying for safety when they should simply be living in peace. While they hide, while they cry, while they wonder if their family will make it home. We, the community, have stepped up. We've walked each other to work. We've made emergency plans. We've raised money. We've opened our doors. We've called lawyers and built support systems. We have done what this city's leadership refused to do. Protect its people. And you, Mayor Mesqua, you have done nothing. You have watched our pain from your position of power and stayed quiet, knowing we are essential to the community. You didn't speak when ICE took workers from the jobs. You didn't speak when families were torn apart. You didn't speak when we begged for protection. And when we exercised our First Amendment right to protest, when we stood up in the defense of our community, the National Guard was brought in. You tried to silence us. You told us to go home. You treated our field like it was noise. That wasn't leadership, that was cowardice. Then you have the nerve to say, stay humble on your Facebook bio. Please, babes, let me be clear. That is not humility, that is hypocrisy. You care more about curated captions than your own community. More about your image than integrity, but no social media post can fix what you've done. No hair appointment can cover the roots of the leader who's out of touch with their own. Because the truth is, I'm looking straight at you, babes. We can do this all day. But the truth is, you've abandoned us and you've looked even more out of place pretending you haven't. We deserve leadership grounded in justice, not just a polished look and fake humility. We're not fooled and we're not afraid. And we will not forget. We are protecting each other with or without you. We are the future. We come from families who left everything behind, not out of comfort, but out of love and courage. We've seen their struggle. We've carried their hope, and now we are their legacy. Change begins with us. We speak out. We rise. La lucha sigue, but so does our power. And in November, we'll make sure the next leader of this city actually shows up. Mayor Mesqua, will you finally speak right here, right now? Not for the photo ops, as you say, or from a piece of paper you hold behind the screen since you've ignored us. We're all watching. What do you have to say to us? The floor is yours, babes. And exactly, she's not gonna say anything. And my name's Fatima Calderon, by the way.
As a second-generation American whose grandparents immigrated to the U.S. legally, y'all need to shut the fuck up about deportation. And I don't want to hear any of this bullshit. Illegal immigrants pay this much in taxes. Illegal immigrants make up this much of the workforce. So do serial killers.
Oh, your grandparents came here legally? You say that like it's some accomplishment you earned. Sis, you're a beneficiary of a system that used to be a hell of a lot easier to navigate. Less red tape, way cheaper, and people weren't immediately funneled into deportation or detention. You inherited privilege, don't mistake that for superiority. And the fact that you use that as an excuse to tell people to shut the fuck up about deportation, you sound proud to be ignorant. You think being a second-gen American makes you an expert? It just means you're close enough to the struggle to know better and chose not to. But let's talk about the most vile shit you said, comparing undocumented immigrants, people fleeing poverty, war, and persecution, to serial killers because they both pay taxes. Are you dense or just disgusting? If someone paying taxes doesn't mean anything to you, because so do criminals, you might want to have a talk with your orange messiah, you know, the one that's literally been charged with tax fraud and brags about dodging payments like it's a sport. But undocumented immigrants working 60-hour weeks under the table to survive, they're the problem, right? Your take isn't patriotic, but it is pathetic, and your ancestors would probably be ashamed that this is what their illegal migration produced. A loud, selfish brat using their struggle to justify others' suffering. You didn't build the door, you just got to walk through it, so stop pretending you earned the right to slam it in everyone else's face.
Welcome back. So it is quite sorrowful and quite exciting also when people find themselves in situations like this. When people cut their nose in order to spite their face, it is an exciting situation to be in. Even though you have some empathy for them, it is quite funny at the same time too. Now, Latinos were warned by black people before the November 5th election in order to make the best choice. Now, Donald Trump campaigned on the mass deportation policy. I don't know if Latinos did not get to understand this policy very well, or maybe they were thinking that it was going to affect some other group of people and not them. So this family composed the famous song, "I Will Vote for Donald Trump" song, and this was one of the buzzing songs during the Trump campaign in the Latino community. Now, when Donald Trump won office and was installed as president in January, he implemented straight ahead the mass deportation policy, and this has seen a lot of communities being rounded up and deported from the United States of America. Latinos have not been spared. They have also gone through the same experiences. A lot of Latino families have also been deported through the mass deportation policy. Now, no one thought that the family that composed the song "I Will Vote for Donald Trump" will also face this deportation. It is now their turn, and look at the situation that they are finding themselves in. The husband has been detained by ICE and is soon to be deported out of the United States of America. And so the wife was there in order to be in solidarity with him. This is going to be a very tough situation for them because it is going to be very difficult that he will be retained in the country of the United States. Certainly, he will be deported from the country because that is what the immigration lawyer of their family has told the wife. And it's going to be a very difficult situation for the woman in the sense that she wouldn't know as to whether to stay in the United States of America or join the husband and equally be deported out of the United States of America. Now, a lot of Latinos are also now calling on the Black community to stand in solidarity with them, and they are saying that when they are done with Latinos, definitely they are going to move to other group of people. So these other group of people should stand in solidarity with Latinos. But I believe that this caution was told to Latinos long before the election, but they never heeded to it. Now that it is affecting them, they now want other group of people to stand in solidarity with them. It is going to be quite difficult for other groups of people, particularly the Black community, to stand in solidarity with Latinos. Even the Black community have stated that they are going to stand out of any protest. They are going to stay out of any protest that is going to happen in the United States of America for the next 4 years. So I doubt that the Black community is going to get involved in fighting for Latinos this time round. Now, this is what has happened to this Latino couple. They really played a very silly game and they have gotten a silly result. Let me know what you also think about all these in the comment section below. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and your family on other social media platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and other social media platforms. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just click the subscribe button down here. Click on the subscribe button. Click also on the notification bell. And I'd like to see you again in my next video.